Shine his light on me.
Nice.
Welcome in, beautiful souls, to Awaken in Truth, Make Up Your Power podcast. Happy, whatever you celebrate today is okay if it brings you together with those you love, eating good food, and sharing good conversation. That is what it is about. So, welcome in. T, how has been your Sunday?
My Sunday was dark and gloomy and gray. Um,
Oh,
but overall, it was a quiet day, normal Sunday.
okay, okay. Thank you for the heart.
I think I told you I opted to chill at home, and
Take it to
happy that I
celebrate
did.
yourself.
I was able to get stuff done that's been waiting for me to do it.
Deb, what was the card that jumped earlier? Ooh, Heather says she's gonna jump on to listen. She can join the conversation too. Um, I don't know
Um,
what to tell her though,
yeah.
because both phones are being used. Can you message her? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Welcome
What
in,
did
beautiful
she?
souls. Welcome in. Where is this station for her to listen, or she wants to jump on to listen? I don't know if she has TikTok or YouTube. Oh yes, Steph. Look, the first card when we got on the High Priestess. Look at it came out of this deck. This deck I haven't used in a while because I feel like it's Gigando. Yes, that's what I was saying. It just went and snapped out. That's why I was like, oh, I gotta share that. So, beautiful souls, welcome, welcome in. How have you spent your Sunday? I hope it was cup filling and well. We're here to talk about anything and everything. We had a fabulous, I heard some ladies that are in the chat right now had an amazing virtual class that they went to. Good afternoon, beautiful soul. It was like, what was it? Intuitive development? What was that about, ladies? Was that incredible or what? Was the teacher cool?
She was a little weird.
I bet she was. Will he be contacting me? Absolutely. Stephanie says, be right back. It was awesome. Oh, nice. I like that.
All right, I'm back. I'm on my phone. I can't figure this shit out.
Always trying to hate the player in game, but
Um, yeah, it was a. Oh, Stephanie's on again. Okay, great. Um, it was a it's a quiet day.
Katie, I don't know if
It's
this
kind of
messes
funny.
the world card.
What?
Sorry, somebody just asked a question about if they'll come back to them, and I don't know if necessarily energetically what I got in that. I got the world card on it, but you were saying,
I was just saying I'm several years out from losing both my parents, and I still find the holidays difficult. Um, so I'm just curious how others are feeling, what today felt like. Nicole opened it up such as that, and just curious to see who's got what to share.
right? Was it a heavier day? Was it more of a quieter day? Did you end up celebrating with people? Celebrating with yourself? At this time, that is what is meant for you. Will always find you. Will never miss you. Look at that, High Priestess again today. This High Priestess card is coming out a lot. And that High Priestess energy, that's empowerment. It's to teach you guys to trust yourselves. So a lot of these questions, when they are relationship based, I always say, if you're asking about them, then your body already knows the answer.
That's right.
And that's what that intuitive development spectacular class was, kind of about. Is helping to empower you to understand that we always already know the answer. We just need to quiet our mind to tap into the response.
So, what Nicole's talking about is she's offering these classes on a monthly basis that really are very easy to navigate. She does a great job helping you try something new. Her way of facilitating the class is good. Now, suck it all in because this is all the good stuff I got for you tonight, Nicole. So, if you guys are interested,
To do the miracles I
since
do.
I am seeing that there's a lot of asks, in the chat about cards that you sign up for her class so you can kind of get a feel on how to answer some of your own questions.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is
I believe if
Danny?
you're asking the question, then you already know the answer in regards to if somebody is who they are. Not want to talk anymore. Is it a toxic relationship or what is it? Trauma bonding. That's the other thing. Are we trauma
Mm,
bonded in these
we're gonna go
relationships?
back into this pattern of discussion,
Yep. Because the
and
matter's
I've got a
empowerment.
delay on my end. So just so you know, Nicole.
Okay. Engagement. For the engagement, the star card did fall out as a wish fulfillment, but I do always say that divine has its time, which could look different than what our physical time is, if that makes sense. And then, Leia, I want to know, how do you feel when you're in this energy? Because I just got right here Ace of Cups, which is actually overflowing in fulfillment emotionally. So that's actually a really, really good positive card in response. I actually do like that. Let me scroll back up. No, we were talking about. Does Jay not want to talk anymore? When you were asking about if he wants to talk anymore, we got into talking about trauma bonding or if it's something that was more evolving. And when the cups comes up, it kind of shows as if it's emotional fulfillment. So meaning, if the cup is getting full with this person, then this is something that will come back around for you. Welcome in, welcome in. Feel free to follow, like, and share. We're having some nice open discussion. We also, we're giving more guided messages, and a lot of the responses will be different than the regular card pull, guys, because we really want to help you guys be able to navigate your own inner knowing. All I'm offering really is confirmation of what your body already feels.
So, for those of you that are just joining us over the last several days, trauma bonding was a theme that we had kind of built up into. So, if you're unfamiliar with what it means, just let us know. We're happy to bring you up to date.
Absolutely.
But I think, to Nicole's point, we're here really to help you find that intuition, that gut feeling. What are you, if you're feeling it, something may not be right, or you're not listening to what your intuition is trying to bring forward.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of here to help navigate you to get to that point.
Kai, I see the energy as coming back around as long as it's not toxic. Amber, will me and Terrell ever try again? And Amber, in that situation, I would just say, how much effort are you both willing to put in to make the changes that will help you guys be what will make it last? Because it's all a matter of what we're willing to invest and forgive and change in order for that relationship to be. Will Mike and I have the same connection we used to have? I mean, things are changing. I don't know if you guys really is on. You're welcome. I don't guys know if you guys have noticed on a collective level. T2, we've been talking about this a lot. Like how like our outside world is shifting so much. Like an inside world, sorry, is doing a shift to where the outside world is just not showing up like it used to, right? So relationships or conversations are changing and evolving, and if it's and no longer surface level. Sorry, I just got thrown way off because I just saw a bunch of stuff in here. Where was I trying to go with it? So everything is shifting, and it's shifting out of a patriarchal time into more of a matriarchal time. So with that, it's a lot of entrusting our inner knowing rather than living on whatever somebody's telling you to believe. Does that make sense? I'm trying to articulate this in a way that's gonna. Is that best explained? Is that a good explanation? Because I was seeing 7 coins, I was seeing fire energy, which we are in the year of the dragon, the fire horse, sorry. So we do have a lot of fast moving energy, but we also are, even with this holiday today, guys, a new beginning is shifting, is happening. The winter's end, like we're moving out of this energy and we're really having to trust what we feel um, outside of what we're being shown because of misinformation or those that are trying to the energies that are trying to get you to not trust yourself. So this is really kind of the corner of the internet where we're trying to help you guys navigate as we had to learn for ourselves and are continuing to learn, but also wanting to share and educate how to empower you guys to be able to trust yourselves.
Yeah, and I think to that point, Nicole, what people need to remember is because of that shift and it being so uncomfortable, it may be playing with your emotions. So I wouldn't be making decisions just based off of assumptions. I think this is the time that you seek clarity and you remain curious and maybe have those difficult conversations because it just may be the energy around you that's kind of messing with your head.
Right. And that might mean the environment around you might need to shift or might need to change or like whether that's people, physical places, jobs, because there's a need for authenticity. And if we are people pleasing or just working, going, and not creating and just consuming, this is like the collective tower moment. Perfect energy for with what I'm talking about. And it's happening fast and quick because of the change coming in. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome in, self made. But behind it's bringing in this beautiful, again, Ace of Cups energy. This morning's class, there was a lady that had the Ace of Cups come out on her deck a couple of times. And how the setup was, it was just really, really cool to know that we are in a place where we are overflowing as long as we're allowing, as long as we're continuing to just step more into observation, right? Step back, step out of it. If you're kind of feeling consumed by something, just step back because the change is happening, but it's happening for the better because of what we're shifting into.
Right. Gina's asking, will I have an opportunity to ask Albert why he blocked me out of nowhere? Gina, I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm
Yep.
kind of assuming I'm reading that right.
Yep. Will I have an opportunity to ask Albert why he blocked me? Well, the blocking gives you an opportunity to kind of step back out of the space and kind of do some internal reflection. Because again, I know it can sound a little silly saying this, but the answer's already within you
Right.
on how to move forward. And if there's a cold block like that, then that's definitely that opportunity to kind of pull your energy back. So then that way Albert can um, go through what he may need to experience at this time. Because we never want to push through something. When something gets blocked like that, that's an opportunity. An opportunity for us to pull our energy back, for them to kind of do what they got to do, work through what we need to, and then if it's aligned, it'll come back. We don't want to necessarily force through that because we could end up just in the space that the block was originally for, rather than taking the opportunity to kind of learn the lesson, because every lesson leads to a blessing. Every time, all the time, on time. I mean this all with love and empowerment, just to be very, very clear with everybody. You're very, very welcome, beautiful soul, because I truly want to empower you in the best way. Because anything that happens in our environment, in our worlds, is always an opportunity. And a lot of the times, the painful, the more difficult ones, the very uncomfortable ones, usually create the best shifts for us. Sierra, as long as the evolving and you keep adding to each other, absolutely. Kimberly, will I hear from Kevin? I got kind of forward moving energy in that.
In the Sierra question?
Nope, in the Kimberly.
Or
no,
Kimberly.
Sierra, I had answered, sorry. If I'm with the forever person, and that's as long as you guys continue to add to each other and not take, absolutely. And then, sorry, I jumped next down to Kimberly, so that's why I was like, I shifted quick.
That's what it's all about.
I see it as forward moving energy. I just reconfirmed it a couple times. Ooh, I do like how the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune just both came out, though. That's kind of neat. Because that's forward moving energy, right? And that's kind of like seen and unseen creating. And it kind of gives me fairy godmother energy. And with the way that today is, like, I don't know if everybody else, there's this like loving, energetic, warm embrace that's happening today. Like even my kids were talking about it. My husband, like, there's definitely a beautiful energy in the air. Sarah, do you have a compound type, like that's a family compound type opportunity or something when you're asking? Because for some reason, when you just asked that question, that's kind of what I just saw. Is Lane treating you as if you're the one? Because I see something like that with the coming back home.
So you're picturing like a family compound?
Right, like a union of family together. Like, so I don't know if they live close near each other, if there's something like that, but there's something I see about a community kind of a thing.
Let me see what Kimberly, we may have missed your question. Hold on one second. Will I hear from Kevin?
The answer that I got was a soft, I believe so, like as if it was from a female type energy. So that was kind of interesting. I don't know if that's a energy that's past. It's a very soft. She's a younger kind of energy that came through. Very, very. For sorry, I think it was Kimberly, right? The one. If I'm hearing from somebody this month, I heard I believe so from a very soft female energy. Now, of course, everybody, these answers, if even if they were directed towards possibly somebody else, if it resonates with you, take what leaves, take what resonates, leave what doesn't.
Yeah.
Because energy is energy, and when you guys are kind of flown through quickly, it can come through and still just be as much for you, even if it was maybe intended for somebody above too.
It's. Did you get
Yeah,
Dolly's
that's one of
question?
that's okay. That's one of seeing the person this month, right? Or did two people ask similar questions? Or maybe that's the same response for both of them because I keep thinking that I believe so from that female energy was the one that was talking about hearing from somebody from this month. Aren't you? Yeah, the one asking the truth about seeing him this month. Yes. We're just ordinary people. That was interesting with that song. Yes, I believe so. Yes. Is the energy that keeps coming through. Now, I always believe that there's always divine timing And divine's timing can always look different than what our physical time is. Julia, like I always love to share with everybody, when it comes to relationship questions, your body already knows. If they are adding to you, then the relationship will always continue. If they are taking, then it will be separated in order for you to learn what's needed to learn. So then that way, when you come back together, either with that person or with somebody new, you'll have a new layer of understanding in that commitment. Because relationships, what they do is they just relate to us what we need to work through to evolve into our best selves. So that way, whoever is meant for us, whether it be that person or the next person, can open and come in.
Andy, I think it's Andy. Yes, anybody can ask questions.
Absolutely.
Welcome in. Feel free to type in your question. Just know that we're getting bombarded, so if we don't respond to you, just rattle our cage.
And know that these are guided, inspired. They may not be directly a quick yes or no, because the messages are meant to empower, uplift, and support, and provide clarity for just what you are already knowing. It's interesting that I'm shuffling these cards like this deck like this. 10 of Cups energy, I just got. Love that.
What's that? The 10 of Cups?
10 of Cups energy and Knight of Cups. I don't believe so with seeing this 10 of Cups energy, because this card was meant for you, Andy, with the way that it came up. And that seems like pretty good supportive energy. There might be needed for a conversation. I don't know, there might be a need for more understanding in that. Oh, I hope you get to go to Japan. I believe traveling is the best way to spiritually evolve on our journeys all the time. You're welcome, beautiful soul, all the time. I just heard for you, Dolly, is going to try to make, he better, but if not, it's going to be his loss anyway. So if it ain't him, it's going to be somebody else, is how I hear that energy for the response for you. Yes.
You see Self-Made asking you to...
Yes, I got you. I got 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands energy. Are we at a decision point to fuse something together here? That's what just came out for you. You're welcome, Dolly. Me too. Me too. We don't know which way to go. Does Jacob think about me? I mean, how could they not? Can you draw a card for me as well? The card that just came out was 5 of Swords energy. This looks like a, it's, swords is always correlated with confusion and mental. So when I always see swords, I always look at that as an opportunity for changing the thought process. Maybe shifting the thought process. The 5 signifies usually instant change, possibly conflict. She is in sorrow. Okay, but it is something that she can become free from, because if she's in sorrow, that means that she's feeling her emotion, and emotion is energy in motion, right? So if she's allowing the emotions to process through, this will create a good significant change in moving forward. And this one card and information was for Charmaine, is the energy that came through for this.
Chad's looking for an answer.
Yep, I see it. I know, that's why I said, give me a second.
Times 3.
Hold on, I got your question. I see it. Hold on.
Hold on, Chad. We're doing our best.
Right. Does Anne miss me or regret leaving me at all? I got Ace of Wands energy, which would be a yes card. Quickest way that you're fine, you're fine. I'm being silly. It's just
Yeah,
how I
we're
am because then it just kind of it kind of calms the anxiousness of the room is what my intention is behind it, I promise. But yes, Ace of Wands is yes energy on that. We're just ordinary people. Hello.
and Amber. Does Kyle miss me?
I got a yes on that one. However, is there somebody else that is cycling into your energy with strawberry blonde kind of sandy hair? Energy could mean orbit. Could mean like you might have not have been like this yet, but connection of somebody. Just throwing it out there. That kind of just. Andy, the trust is within yourself. You trust yourself. Your environment will always land in a way that will always protect you. So whenever I get asked questions about trusting somebody, I really say, what is the trust within yourself? Does he have somebody else? Is this the... I just want to make sure. Oh, no, that's not what that answer meant. The answer meant that there was a yes there in missing you, but what I was saying, what was coming through was an image of this person that is in your energy. That is a good energy. So whether it's the person that you're talking about that's missing you, this is just a vision of the image that I'm getting of this energy that's in your energy.
So the comment Andy just put in there, I think, Andy, if you go back to what Nicole just said, if you're getting that vibe and that gut intuition, something feels wrong, it's probably time to really sit with your I think was it Emily? Maybe have a conversation. It seems like you're stuck on whether or not you can trust her in more than just one sense here.
Right. And Amber, if this energy is the T, if you'll hear from Tegan, I see the Sun card, but only if it's with positive influence. You're welcome. Everybody, when we ask these questions, if this person is one kind of way, I always say reflect internally. We are here to support and empower you so that way you can trust and know your inner knowing. Thank you guys so much for the follow, likes, and shares. And we also want to let you guys know that if you see a lot of endings happening in your environment, relationship-wise, job-wise, home-wise, it's happening on a collective level because you're being shifted into a new timeline, and that involves trusting in yourself, in your intuition, in your inner knowing, so then that way you're not susceptible to false information. So that's what this is really geared to, is to try to help bring you some clarity while also confirming and empowering you to trust you.
The transitions are real. That shift is taking place, and if you're not really into spirituality, you're feeling something and you're not even sure what it is, but it's driving you a little cuckoo because you're trying to read into it without allowing your own body to help you answer those questions. So, like Nicole said, you got to lean into it. It's an identity shift. It's that quiet ache in your mind, body, and soul that something looks different and you're probably not comfortable. And it's about getting clarity.
Because a lot of the people in the chat are getting over a 10 of Swords energy. which is like stabbing in the back energy and ending of a really, really hard, difficult time. But it's leading because it's following with the Ten of Cups. It's leading to an emotional fulfillment because the energy was allowed to be felt, whether it was through crying, through creating. The painful experience is creating a completion of inner fulfillment. And when it comes to, and I don't even like to use the word job anymore because job, we're not meant to work, we're meant to create. So what I say to you, Andy, is what do you want to create? This is the month. We're on day 5 of our 30-day live challenge, okay? And the biggest thing out there right now is what is something that makes you spark? What is one spark? And then drive it for the next 30 days because we are in all direct energy that is very supportive energy in whatever it is that is authentically driving us. That is why we're going live every day. That is why we're trying to connect with everybody and empower everybody because misinformation is out there. So we're trying to create a space and a little corner of this internet to help empower, support, provide maybe some tools, a little guidance here and there. You're very, very welcome, Andy. Thank you, Chad. Greatly appreciate that. I mean, we're honest, we're raw, we're a little bit silly. I mean, I enjoy my
Well, we've been through it.
but yes, absolutely. And
We've been through it.
purpose. Pain has purpose, especially when you create from it.
When
And
we
go ahead.
when we talk to you guys, not only is Nicole using her intuition and her energy in that space, but we're also using life lessons that we've experienced in really raw and difficult ways. And we are just hoping we can share that energy with all of you.
Absolutely. And all of these cards are, guys, just like a pendulum or anything else. These are a physical manifestation. Get out of the chat bot. A physical manifestation of what your body already knows. Because we are in a 3D world of existence, we need to see with our eyes tangible for proof. So all cards are that. So if you guys had any kind of cards and you're working with it, you can easily get confirmation for yourself on what you're wanting to know at the time. The best way to know is to sit quietly because your mind will debate, but your intuition will allow. It'll be peaceful. Welcome in, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for the follow, like, and shares. Thank you so much for joining us on our 30-day challenge of going live every single night from 7 to 8 p.m. I decided to do this for my father's birthday's on the 30th. He passed in November, so this is kind of to commemorate him right now. I know he's proud and so excited of all of this. But on this day, we wanted to come and share support, be supportive, have real conversation. Like Tina has mentioned, you know, how is this holiday showing up for you? A lot of people are struggling and not really celebrating like they used to, but they still have some tradition that they like to continue, but it just looks different. Regardless, I believe truly and energetically and astrologically, we are rebirthing something, and we are really, really needing to trust right now that what is being birthed is so much larger than we could ever physically control. It is beyond our control, so we might as well allow. I like how that came out. Wow, we're already over halfway through. What is it? So, what do you guys think in the chat?
Thanks, Andy. You too.
Yeah, I say this. If for yourself you feel in your heart that you want to say it, then you can never be wrong because in all honesty, if they're meant for you, then they will be for you. And at least you could know that you show it up the best way that you could authentically. If it is authentically you to do that, then absolutely do that.
You also don't want to live with regret.
That part. That part. You always regret what you didn't do. You
That's
have
right.
a joyful Easter too as well, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for joining in our beautiful space. And know that you woke up today, so your soul still has purpose on this planet. So you might as well live it authentically, you. Stephanie,
Sherry, you have a
lessons
great
this
Easter as
weekend.
well.
Yes. Steph, your card was lessons and blessings with the clock watch. And that's past life card. So I really like that. Blessing time. You're very welcome, beautiful soul. We are happy to be here and provide any kind of clarity as well as empowerment because you are baddie. I love it though. It's so true. And we could be so creative in so many different ways. So many different ways. Whether it's painting, I mean, getting grounded outside, divination tools like cards. Yes, you absolutely can. Juanita, may I have a card, please?
Jeanette, I think it's Janetta.
Three of Cups. That is celebratory of emotions amongst friends. I love that card. That's good positive energy. What is that? If he's willing to put the work in to do so, but in all honesty, only allow back into your environment that empowers you to show up as your best self. I just got High Priestess energy again on that one. That is kind of confirming for me that your gut already knows the answer to that, Courtney.
I was just
You're
gonna
welcome.
say that. I just say, Courtney, if you're questioning that, there's something inside of you that's already coming to you about whether or not you should be able to trust this individual and if he'll be able to show up.
Step up. Step up. Oh, that's like New Kids on the Block.
No.
Step up. That song. Welcome in, beautiful souls. Welcome in. We're sharing space, conversation, clarity, honest conversation. On this beautiful Sunday, really. Thank you so much for all the likes, follows, and shares. We're glad to be here. Sharing space. So, T, have you played with any of your cards since you got them?
No, I've been in the midst of doing laundry and stuff. Don't worry. And I gotta be in the mood, right? I gotta be in that centered space. Someday I'll catch up to all of you and know understand these cards.
Self-made just had a question, T.
Well,
What is the
so did
definition of release / what does that look like to you?
um so self-made, just I think I just need clarity in how are you defining release, like in like what kind of a sense or a meaning, because oh, you always hear that term. So in my perspective, release is a way of letting go, being able to move forward, move on, be around the energy that makes you happy, makes you feel grounded. It's
Not anxious or controlling.
Yeah, you're in control of your emotions, your feelings, your audience, the people you trust. It's releasing a lot of that stuff that's just not meant for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that
Absolutely.
helped.
Absolutely. No, that was beautifully said, T. That was great. Trauma, old habits, trauma bonds. A lot of that is happening, and especially today, there's almost like this soft release, and like there's just a knowing that something's coming in, you know?
But releasing also leads to resilience. So although
Absolutely.
you're letting something else go, the universe is allowing something new in. And you
Absolutely.
just need to be prepared and allow yourself to be ready for that.
Right, but it still is in your head or your heart. How do you release that? Okay, so when it comes to, ooh, I just got Five of Swords energy. When it comes to the head, I always look at it like this: control your mind, control your life kind of concept. Are these thoughts that I'm having, are they productive and positive for what I'm trying to produce in my life moving forward? Or are they debating? Are they conflicting? Are they just straight fucking rude? Because you know what I mean? That's a she go. She can get a little nasty. And that kind of reflection is really, really helpful in trying to make that connection. And then also, too, feeling into the gut part, if you're feeling anxious, anxiety, that's almost kind of like a no, we're not yet, not time. If we're feeling that way, or we're feeling rushed in having to respond or react to something, I always say not the time. If we're feeling anxious, if we're very emotional, not the time to make a decision. It's time to step back, step out, get into observation, get grounded. um, if that helps with kind of understanding with the heart and the head, which is something that I've really had to work on even myself, and I still continue to, because our mind can get very easily distracted and filled with external things that we don't even realize are subconsciously programming us, unconsciously programming us to have a mental self reflection that's not helpful and is kind of be a little bit more destructive, right? And we want to try
So
to combat that. Go ahead,
so
Tanisha.
I think what I would add to that as well is, what is the story you're telling in your own head?
Right.
And what are you afraid is going to happen if you let it go? Or what is the truth that you're avoiding? There's something, there's a behavior, there's an emotion, there's a feeling there that's allowing to, you're allowing to take up space. And when you can release it, you can identify maybe the fear, you'll seek the clarity, and you'll realize that the thought outlived its purpose. You just allowed it to stay longer than it should have.
Yep. What is your self talk telling you? Welcome in, beautiful souls. Welcome in.
I see hearts and a yes, so I think we self made. Did we get you there?
Yeah, there's some more. Welcome in. Thank you for the likes, follows, and shares, beautiful souls. Sharing honest conversation. Station. That was actually my speech impediment growing up that I had to see a teacher for. Conversation and support on this beautiful day. And honestly, talking about what is your mental talk telling you, right? Or what are you telling it?
Do you have favorite tools for releasing? Oh, self made. I'll tell you, I've talked to myself over and over again. Um, and I've chosen not to do that as a forever guide because it makes me spiral and puts me into a tailspin with anxiety. But what I've learned to do is try to understand why that feeling is so heavy. And I just manage those emotions by either journaling, meditating, just trying to get myself to vibrate at a higher frequency, because if it's holding me back in any way, I've allowed it to,
Right.
and I've got to push through. I've
And
got to push through it. And everybody's going to find a different way on how they manage through that.
yep. For me, releasing is tapping into my inner child, doing childlike things that bring me that instant kind of kid like joy. That helps me a lot in releasing, because then it kind of puts me more in a space of presence. So I'm not thinking past or future, I'm living in the now, because remember, that's all we have is the now. Today I was working.
Um, and Nicole, I'm sorry if I keep cutting you off. There's this delay I have with you. I see your mouth moving, and then there's no words.
Well, you're supposed to
Um,
be on the TikTok. It looks like you're not on there. Okay.
I'm on. I'm reading the questions, aren't I? Um,
I don't see you.
so I can't link it to the camera for some reason. Um, so going back to self-made, the heart releases through expression. So crying, writing, speaking, breathing, being around someone that you wholeheartedly trust. Those are the things that are going to allow your heart to release what's going on in your body. We do need a moderator. I know. I suck
Yep.
at it.
Yep. I'm getting a lot of yes energy for everybody that's asking questions out because I keep shifting cards, even though I'm not maybe directly saying the person. Again, these messages can be overall for people. And then if one in particular sticks out, then I can give it directly. But this is looking like an overarching yes energy for some questions that had just come in.
What did you just hold up? The sword?
Ace of Swords, which is a victory card, and it's interesting that Ace of Swords came up when we were talking about the mental mind and what we have control over and what we don't, and really changing the chatter and the narrative inside. Yes, I got. Does Ryan miss me? I'm getting Three of Cups energy. Yes, energy around. I even got the Lovers card, but there's work that to be had there because of and it's the mental workings that are happening. Like it's nearing an end in that regard. An ending of a mental block or mental, instability, mental instability. Thank you. Welcome in, beautiful souls. Welcome in. We're about 15 minutes out. Thank you guys so much for the follows, likes, and shares. And for those that have been staying and hanging. We appreciate having you. How is your day going today? And what is our self-talk looking like? Is it showing up with kindness or rudeness? Oh, wow, Princess. Yeah, that's what I kept seeing. So just provide the space and utilize this as an opportunity for your own self, too. Happy Easter, beautiful soul. Happy Easter. Forever and always needy is what I just heard quickly, like on an energetic level. Even if it may not define itself or show itself physically. That was an interesting response. Loving you. I haven't done that one in a while. That's funny. Thank you so much for the follow, like, and share. We appreciate having you here. We were talking about gaining clarity, gaining control of your thoughts, because it really does create your environment. I don't always directly answer with a straight yes or no. I answer with the response that comes through. So when I got the Lovers card, those look like on an energetic level, even if you may not be physically being shown on an energetic level, yes, the love is there, is what's coming through. Welcome in, beautiful souls. Follow, like, and share. Sandra, work's got to be had. Work's got to happen. So then that way we don't repeat the cycles that are destructive and not constructive. The Hierophant card keeps coming out a lot.
The what card?
The Hierophant card, like, but the way that it's coming out, see how beautiful and powerful? A knowing, leading. It's like a leadership, standing in the water of emotion with power, see? There's something in this energy in this room of everybody needing to see this energy and the power of going within at this time.
Everybody's seeking some kind of validation right now.
Yes. What's meant for you will always find you, will never miss you. So the best thing to do is to release it, meaning like allow it to just go. Whether that's a person, place, situation, idea, job, what have you. And then just allow what's meant to come in, because a lot of the times if we're doing the same thing we always did, we're going to get the same thing we always got.
That's right.
Yeah, do different, get different. Even if they're micro changes. I almost have fun now making micro changes on a daily basis to see what new things will come in. And it happens on a daily basis, whether it's a new connection with a new person, a client, guidance, support, direction, people. I mean, it's beautiful. So don't be afraid to let things leave. Right, T?
That's right. I actually have a closing reflection that talks a little bit about that.
Nice. I love that. What card? Here, I know that card's a powerful card. Step into that power, girl. to that card you just drew. I was like, it's a powerful one. And I haven't used this deck in a while, actually, since a year ago. And it's my divine, yeah, the Tarot of the Divine. Very beautiful, very native. I love it.
Is that a card or is that a box?
That's the case that it came in.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The strong feminine energy is real because we are shifting. We are shifting out of the old and into the new. If the situation isn't safe, then maybe if anything stays away from you, it's always for the best. So never force, allow. Okay, I believe that if you're asking if they are good for you, then inside there is some inner knowing that there might be more information that you need to learn about this person.
Yeah.
Shamia, how does that feel for you? At this time, it might be good for you to go within and journey within. I do see somebody new coming into your environment, though. You're welcome, beautiful souls. You're welcome. Let us hope. Why not have some spicy time?
For spicy time tonight.
Yeah, I know. I like to see that too. I'm glad you saw that. I was like, hey, get it. You're welcome.
I don't know, Rissa, you gonna let him in?
I write that part. If the opportunity arises, Olivia, why not? As long as it's going to be fun, man. There's something about needing to be lighthearted and fun needing to come into your life. Thank you so much for the follow, likes, and cheers, beautiful souls. Thank you so much. Welcome to our corner of the internet where we are going live for 30 days. Live from our podcast. A little different than what we talk about on our podcast, but kind of enjoying sharing the space. So feel free to check us out over on there too. We're out there. Apple, probably you can check the link.
Oh, Rissa's looking for definite here. Rissa, I say if you want DJ coming over tonight for spicy time, why don't you give him a call?
Yes, get him on the line. Spicy time. Ooh, this Five of Swords energy. Who is trapping themselves in this emotional chamber of... Ooh, I heard deceit. Deceit. Yes. Somebody is in a place, but the Fool card, there's a newness coming in. But somebody's been like in a mental chaos, right? That the mental chaos, what it was creating was a restriction in physical movement in their life. Like maybe they weren't seeing much movement happening in their life, like they were in a stalemate. So it was kind of increasing this anxiety or this mental prison. But I'm seeing it's coming to an ending because it's faced a lot. See her standing kind of in front, this being behind, and then seeing this Fool card. So moving away from this and looking to this. And look at the mermaid energy. Are you freaking kidding me? Hello, bitch. Hello, bitch. I heard deceit. Is there deceit there? Jonathan. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in. Follow, like, and share. Welcome to our corner of the internet. We got 8 minutes remaining. Is this a bot or because I've answered this quite a few times now.
I feel like it keeps showing up.
Okay, there it is. I said Jonathan, sorry. I said that there was, it seems like there was deceit there. Okay, sometimes I don't know, because when they go on repeat like that, it gets overwhelming. Like, oh my God. Well, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. and be open to the change that's coming. Because I also got the world card too, Sissy, and everybody that is listening, you're welcome. If you're being blocked, there's deceit there, man. I say we let it go, let it flow, and what's meant to be will come back, or it will set you free. Is that person aggravating your soul? I got the world card, so it kind of looks good, but are you maybe leaving that energy? Because a lot of people are moving this year. A lot of people are moving from their places. Thank you so much for the follow, likes, and shares. Get out of here, bot people. Get out. Go somewhere else. Get out of here. That's why I want to go on Instagram, because I don't think they do that on there. It's annoying, but
Hey, I could probably navigate Instagram.
So. We're moving. Yes, good. Go with the move. Where are we moving to? Yes. High key, low key. Yes, this person is talking to multiple people. The moon, but there is illusion. There's something that you are not fully seeing. Take whoever these messages are for, leave what doesn't. These are generalized messages for whoever this is meant to reach. Another city, fun. As long as it's not busying yourself in its presence over perfection.
It's funny. I'm going to go out on a limb and make a very snarky comment. Surprise, surprise.
Do it. That's what we're here for. We're live.
A lot of people are asking questions that they could just simply ask that individual.
Yep.
Don't
be afraid to ask.
And it's weighing you down.
He is very.
What'd you say, Nicole?
You're very much right. In that, in trusting yourself, and don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to have the conversation, because it's better to have the conversation and say it end or what have you than you sitting in your head. Because when we sit in our head with our thoughts, we cannot become clear.
That's right. You're creating an experience that's probably not even going to happen if you just sit down and have a conversation.
Because when we're in our heads about it, we can manifest it. So if we're concerned about people doing certain things or situations, then we can seriously, especially right now with the way the energies can be, we can end up creating that in our existence, and all because of a thought. It all begins with a thought. You don't want or emotion, and you want to make sure that you're driving in a flow. Allow and let go, because guess what? If anybody's wishing ill harm on you, not treating you right, or you're concerned that they're doing something, you gonna find out. You will find out. The universe will always cause an effect. You know what I'm saying? Action and consequence. I mean, and we're in such a beautiful time where karma is happening. You ain't gotta do nothing. All you gotta do is sit back and live. Sit back, live, empower yourself, love every moment of your life. Know that I woke up today because my soul still has purpose on this planet. It always comes out. Always. Always in all ways. Make sense? I love it. What's meant for you will always find you. And whatever you force will always teach you. Ooh, I like that. I like how I just said that. That's a new one. Whatever you force will teach you. Whatever you allow is going to flow to you. That's how it works, man.
It sure is. Hey, so before we close out for the evening, I just want to throw a reflection out there. Maybe some folks will have something to ask off of this. So I just ask that everybody kind of ground themselves and take a deep breath in. Clarity doesn't always arrive as an answer. Sometimes it's simply the feeling of something settling inside of you. Notice what feels a little lighter, a little truer, a little more aligned than before. That's clarity too. You don't need the whole path, you just need the next honest step. Trust what you know right now. It's enough for you to move forward. I think based off of the questions we got tonight, that was a reflection in hoping people could understand. Take your power back. Don't allow these feelings of unclarity and uncertainty cloud up your head. Like, get out there and have those conversations. If you're feeling something, you have a real reason to ask. So
Feel
let
something,
clarity be
say
your
something.
guide.
Feel something, say something, just ground yourself first. We don't need
Right,
to be reactionary, we don't need to rush because
right.
then we're not allowing. But
No pointing
definitely, clarity
fingers.
will always come when you
Right.
ground yourself and you step back. So I love how you close with that, especially with us talking about, the way that this day feels for a lot of people, both spiritually, everybody could feel a change is coming. And that clarity is on the horizon. It really, really is. And that's what this space is for. So, as always, beautiful souls, thank you so much for joining us. This is Awakening Truths Make Up Your Power podcast. Feel free to check us out. Link is in the bio. A lot of great goodies on the website. There's the podcast, there's blogs, there's all kinds of fun stuff on there. But we will be back here tomorrow night from 7 to 8 p.m. We might even be on Instagram as well. But remember, control your mind, control your life. You have purpose. Live your life as you are, who you are, and what is meant for you will always find you. So
That's right.
flow, don't force.
That's
Love all
right.
you beautiful souls.
So just before we close out, Sissy, the comment I have and I get yelled at, to me, that's the level of disrespect. So take that and do with what you wish, but know that you own your own power. And if you can't have
Boundaries.
that conversation with your partner, there's a bigger issue there.
Yep, and a lot of times they might not know how to actually verbally communicate. So it might be a matter of kind of helping creating a safe space and saying, I need to share something in a safe space. That means not weaponizing it against me later. It means allowing me to say it exactly as I need to, and you just sit with it. Sit with the fact that I felt some kind of way, and then we can talk from there. But we can never have honest truths in a hostile environment. So the environment has to be calm, and if it cannot be, do not do not stay in it, and don't be afraid to walk away from it if you need to. Step back, step out of it to gain clarity. Love and light, beautiful souls. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll be back here tomorrow night.
Thanks,
Peace.
guys.